What's up, everybody? Welcome to the AM. Welcome to 5 Minute Rants. I'm your host, Michael Abernathy. And welcome to the show where we talk about the journey of life and business and forward movement and growth. Last episode, I had Robert Hayes on. He's a co-founder of Yes Coffee. And one of the things he brought up was his personal community. And we pretty much just stopped and I was like, bro, I need you to talk about this a little bit more. So I have him for a second episode here. Say hello, Robert.
Hey.
What's up, man?
Just like the log hay. It's fun.
Well, your last name is Hayes.
Hayes.
Anyways, let's jump into this real quick, all right? Last time we talked about personal community, I'm going to call it tribe, our tribe. And I want you to talk more about that.
Yeah. No, as we were talking off the podcast, even just like it was really hitting me even deeper, like how much community, like it's vital to everything, you know, because like, if you look at any business, like there's a team. If you look at every family, there's a team. If you look at, you know, we can always like try to do it ourselves, but like we're only one person, and like we have our own personal like attributes and traits and, you know, everything else. Like I'm a musician, I'm outgoing, you know, I'm, you know, when I run my restaurant, like people know me, stuff like that. Right. But like, if I don't have, someone that has more of like a technical mindset, like, you know, my work is drastically hindered because of that, you know, because I just do things a lot instead of like having more process oriented. So having somebody else in my life that helps with processes and to teach me how to be more process oriented is hugely important. Does that make sense?
That totally makes sense. Can you talk about shared goals? Because as you're talking about processes and working together, mention the concept of shared goals.
Yeah, I think, because shared goals, like if you have a tribe, like, you know, if we have two people, you know, together, I guess the whole idea of shared goals is you have to agree on something, you know, like the people that are working together, you know, they're, you know, if they're all going towards the same direction, then like it's all going to work out really well, you know, and there will be bumps and, you know, and hard things along the way, but like the shared goal of like, you know, opening a pizza restaurant, you know, if two people are on board with that, you know, then like both of their attributes are going to work towards making that pizza joint happen and be successful. Does that make sense?
That totally makes sense.
Yeah.
That totally makes sense.
I mean, that bleeds over into anything in life. I mean, you can start a baseball team. You can, you know, like if a married couple, if they have the same shared goal of like raising amazing kids, you know, to be friendly and, you know, follow, I'm a Christian, so follow Jesus, you know, like that, you know, that really is important to keep going in the same direction, you know?
That makes sense. Yeah. I was going to ask, you know, if you'll talk about that too, how that applies to family with the shared goals and things.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think it goes back into like what I was talking about earlier about like, you know, my personal self, like I'm the outgoing type, you know, my wife is not as outgoing as I am, but if we're, you know, working together and like, you know, to raise kids to, you know, to basically learn principles and like teach them principles and all that other stuff. Like we have to be on the same page and we should be working together to, you know, to really teach them, you know, to raise them up as the next generation of people, if that makes sense.
That totally does. And you going back, talking about the tribe, how you fill in with each other's gaps.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. And, what are your thoughts about structuring teamwork off of that?
Structuring,
like so you're an outgoing person, right? You're an outgoing person. You have your strengths and weaknesses. Like, do you structure your team and do you have thoughts about structuring your team around filling in those gaps so you find somebody who's good at what you don't do?
That's tough. Cause like, you know, like I'm still learning to figure out like who people are and what they're good at. And then like, you know, like seeing what they are strong at and then just like giving them tasks to help with, you know, a certain area. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that totally makes sense. That totally makes sense. Well, guys, thanks for joining us again. We're out of time. It goes by quick, doesn't it?
It does.
And now we're 10 seconds over. So anyways, hope you guys stay blessed, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.
Bye.